The Colorado Buffaloes team and staff consists of 3 Sanders, one being the legendary Deion Sanders and his 2 sons. Now, in today's video, we're going to see what would happen if all 3 of the Sanders, Deion Sanders, Shilo Sanders, and Shedeur Sanders, what would happen if they would pair up and play on the same NFL team. We have Shilo Sanders starting up, man, at the quarterback position. Now, he is a rookie, you feel me? I got Shilo and Shedeur as rookies, and I do have them playing on the Falcons because y'all know that's where primetime play. I could have had them on the Niners. I could have had them on the Cowboys, but I just feel like, you feel me? It's only right. Primetime said he wanted his sons on the Falcons, so we have him on the Falcons. Now, as y'all can see, Shedeur Sanders has a 93 throw power with 86 medium and short accuracy with 82, medium and deep accuracy with an 82 short accuracy. Now, as y'all can see, man, like I said in my other videos, the only reason he's a 77 overall is because his awareness is low, man, but he's really like an 81, 82 in a 77 overall body. So throughout the season, y'all know he's gonna improve. But let's head over to defense and see. So as y'all can see, we have Shilo Sanders. Now y'all know Shilo Sanders. For some reason, they have his name start out, but this is Shilo Sanders. But y'all know Shilo Sanders. He's not necessarily the best of the family, but he still can get like that. You feel me? So here we have an 80 and a 74 man coverage. Now, I think that's going to improve throughout the season. He has a lot of time to work with to improve over a course of a whole entire season. But let's get to to the legend, the one and only Primetime. Now, y'all know Primetime is one of the GOATs, so it's only right that he is a 99 overall with the 98 speed, 99 man, 94 zone, 95 play rec. But as y'all can see, Deion Sanders, he's like that. Now, I probably will go in and make him an X Factor because that's what he deserves to be. He don't deserve to be no superstar. If Deion Sanders was in Madden today, he would be a 99 overall X Factor. So let's go ahead and hop into our first game. On our first defensive possession, we do have the New York Giants on offense. So we're going against the Giants today. Now, with the addition of Shilo and Deion Sanders, this can't make this defense crazy in the secondary, considering we still do have Jesse Bates and A.J. Terrell, with Jesse Bates being at safety and A.J. Terrell being our number 2 corner. Now, that's just nasty. Now, that's where the problem comes in, is where in the run game. Our front 7 is not the greatest on the Falcons, so we probably are low-key finna get torched by Saquon, but it's cool, though. This is a no-fly zone, but they are coming out in a trips formation. We do have Deion, guarding number 17, locking, as y'all can see at the top of the screen. He does find a completion on Jeff Okudah, though, across the middle of the field. So it looks like the Giants are just trying to play it smart here, running the ball over and over and over again. Like I said, boom. So here we have Shilo Sanders trying to come down from that safety position, number 27. Now, they may go with a screen option here. Hopefully, Shilo Sanders is able to sniff that out and make a play on it. If they do, nope, he is dropping back. Now, as y'all can see, he does try and find the receiver, but it is locked by one and only Primetime, man. The Falcons going to have to take 3 here. All right, y'all. On our first offensive possession, we here for Shedeur, you feel me? Now, Shedeur doesn't have the greatest of weapons, but he has some weapons to dibble and dabble with. And we here to see Shedeur carry the offense while his brother and his dad carry the defense, man. But as y'all can see, we are dropping back here as the Giants come in with a heavy blitz with Isaiah Simmons coming in for the sack on Shedeur. Now, Shedeur should be used to this type of pressure, considering the Colorado offensive line is just as bad. Well, it's really worse. I can't even say just as bad, but on a scale, they are both horrible. But hopefully we can find Kyle Pitts or Drake London here to pick up this first down on this 3rd and long. Now, he tries to scramble, and he's not going to get anywhere. Coming out in our Super Sim, we do have the New York Giants coming out hot, trying to get a touchdown, but they end up with a field goal, another one. Here, as y'all can see, we do drive down and get our first touchdown on the season with the Giants responding, but we just going back to back touchdowns. Now, we are able to get a stop in the clutch, but Shedeur Sanders is not able to come up with the win. Now, here we have it. Shedeur Sanders, not the best of games, with a 78 QB rating on 57 pass completion percentage with only 204. Well, I can't say only 214 yards, but with 214 yards in a tutty and an interception, man, not too good. He was able to be the leading tackler on this team with a total of 10 tackles, 7 of them being solo tackles. I'm guessing Deion Sanders, he shouldn't have had that many tackles himself. He did have 8 with 1 TFL. Now I'm guessing, you feel me? He was strapping stuff, you feel me? Let's check out their #1 receiver stats. That's how we gonna judge how well our DBs did. Now Jalen Hyatt did get off, but we have Deion Sanders in the slot. We probably gonna have to move him to the #1 receiver. But as y'all can see, I believe their slot receiver is Wan'Dale Robinson. So he only allowed 3 receptions for 44 yards in this game. At the mid-season mark, we are 4-3 at the top of our division. Now, as y'all can see on the screen, we have a breakout quarterback. Hopefully, this means that Shedeur Sanders is playing so well that he has a dev game. Now, it is, as y'all read in the top, it is Shedeur Sanders. Now, he needs to throw 1 or fewer interceptions in the game and have 400 scrimmage yards or 4 touchdowns in this game in order to dev up. Now, as y'all can see, Shedeur Sanders is already X Factor, so I'm guessing he's just gaining XP from that breakout game. Now, he is a 78 overall with little improvement over the first half of the season, but hopefully he jumps up about 2 overalls and gets to 80 overall by playoffs, because like I said, I predict we're going to be able to make playoffs. Now, here we have Deion Sanders. He has 2 upgrade points, but we kind of can't upgrade none. He's already a full 99 overall. But let's look at his brother, see if he was able to make progressions. Now, his brother is only a star, but he's made the most progression in terms of overall, going from, I think he was a 72 overall to a 76 overall. So, Shilo Sanders is playing very well and getting the progression that he needs in order to see. We have Shedeur Sanders coming in at 1,600 yards with 10 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 66 pass completion percentage. Now, we need these interceptions to a minimum for the second half of the season. If we are going to go on a run in the playoffs, he's going to have to limit his interceptions, maybe up his pass completion percentage just a little bit, maybe to 68%. And we have a shot at making the Super Bowl. If he does those 2 things, we do have potential in winning. We have 0 interceptions from Shilo and Deion Sanders, but they do have 33 and 27 solo tackles, 39 and 35 total tackles on the year, with Shilo coming in, Shilo and Deion with 2 TFLs. Hopefully we can see some interceptions from these 2. Hopefully they can be some playmakers out here. Let's go ahead and sim to the postseason and see if we're able to make it. Here we are in the postseason. We were able to make the playoffs, going 9-8. Winning the division. Now, as y'all know, the NFC South, probably by far the worst division in the NFL. As far as current day, but I didn't check our team stats and our team rankings at the midseason mark, but here we have them at the end of the season. Now, our offensive pass game is number 8, which is great for Shedeur Sanders, but our defense has been playing horrible. Our defensive pass yards per game is 23rd in the league, and as a total defense, we are 25th. Now, hopefully, this can, you feel me, do a complete 180 in the playoffs, going against the Detroit Lions roster. But let's look at our stats. Shedeur came in at 3,800 yards with 15 touchdowns, 17 pass interceptions, and on 66 pass completion percentage, which didn't change. Now, Shedeur did not do anything we said we needed him to do at the midseason mark. So I'm guessing, I predict we probably are going to lose in the first round, with his interception still being really high and him still having that 66 pass completion percentage. His passer rating, though, is not the worst in the league with a 93. That is actually pretty solid, especially for this being his rookie year. Deion, 3 interceptions, man. That is a big turnaround for the midseason mark, with him only having 0. Now, was Shilo able to get one? Shilo was able to get himself an interception too. So it looks like the Sanders on defense, they improved since the midseason mark, while Shedeur kind of stayed stagnant. But Shilo was able to have 75 solo tackles on the year. Now, that's amazing for somebody in his rookie year, with him playing that strong safety position. 88 total tackles. That's pretty good. I think outside of linebackers, he has the most tackles on the team. Coming up big tackling, man. With 4 TFLs too. He was able to gain 2 more TFLs. Now, as y'all know, Deion Sanders got 8 pass deflections. You feel me? It's a no-fly zone with Deion, man. And he was able to create a forced fumble. So Deion Sanders was able to create 4 turnovers for this defense, man. But obviously, it still wasn't enough with us being ranked like 25th in the league. But let's take a look at these awards. First, let's take a look at best quarterback. Was Shedeur able to make best quarterback in his rookie season? No. Me personally, I think it's glitch. For that, I don't think rookies can make it. But as y'all can see, coming in at second place, we have Shedeur Sanders just barely missing that Offensive Rookie of the Year title to somebody named Jaquavius Marks, which I'm guessing he's a wide receiver. I don't think he would be a quarterback beating out Shedeur. I feel like Shedeur had the best rookie quarterback season. But let's head over to Defensive Rookie of the Year. Are we going to find Shilo? We are going to find Shilo. So Shilo and Shedeur Sanders both were able to make top 10 in their respective awards and Rookie of the Year, defensive and offensive. But let's head over to Best DB, man. Best DB, can we find his dad? Yeah, we are going to find Deion Sanders, so none of the Sanders were able to win the award, which is perfectly fine, but they were able to crack top 10 in voting, which is amazing on the season, man. But let's go ahead and hop into our first playoff game. Here we are in the highest level of football with Deion Sanders and his two sons. We are in the playoffs with the Lions coming out on offense first. Now, y'all boys know every offensive team, man, they gonna try to establish that run game first because they don't want to try that secondary. That secondary is really dangerous and really like that, man. But as y'all can see, we got prime time right there in the slot position, man. We kept him in the slot. I feel like he can be more of a playmaker in the slot versus on the outside just guarding the number one receiver. I feel like they're just going to throw away from him. So you want to see him make some plays from that slot position, man. But here we have Jeff Okudah getting cooked to the outside, but it is going to make it a 4th and 1. Here we have our rookie, a.k.a. the son of Deion, a.k.a. Shedeur Sanders coming out on offense. Now, as y'all can see, Bijan going to come out hot, man. This don't got nothing to do with the Shedeurs and the Sanders right now. Bijan is going to establish the run game very, very early with a one-play run touchdown. Coming out hot, man. This is what we want to see from our offense, man. We trying to win this Super Bowl with the Sanders, man, but that's going to be big when it comes to Shedeur trying to pass the ball and stuff like that. All right, y'all. With Bijan coming out on the first play of the game, scoring a rushing touchdown, we did have a 7-0 lead, but we scored again, man, with the Lions responding with the touchdown and a field goal. Now, we just got to stay on top, man. As y'all can see, scoreless third quarter, which is good from our defense, bad from our offense. Now, we do have a 1-point game where the Detroit Lions on the last play of the game end up scoring to win. And like I said, man, I called it, man. I predicted that we was going to lose in the wild card round. Shedeur Sanders couldn't stay away from those interceptions. But let's look at these stats. Now, as y'all see, man, Shedeur Sanders does look like what he looked like in the whole entire season. 1 interception to 0 touchdowns with a 58 pass completion percentage. Now, we can't be too hard on him. This is his rookie year, his rookie season, so we can't have too high of expectations from him. But I just predicted it, man. If he was on that same pace during the whole entire season, it was bound to happen in this game, man. But he was able to get 145 passing yards. I'm guessing Bijan Robinson did carry this team, but this is not what it's about. It's about this the Sanders, man, to see how well and how far they'll make it with just themselves. Now, as y'all can see, we do have Deion Sanders right here leading the team in tackles. And like I said, we gonna judge how well he was in the secondary by looking at that slot receivers receiving yards and stuff like that, man. But here we have it. Shilo Sanders was only able to have 3 tackles on the game, man. We needed him to show up a lot more just around the field, making some plays in the tackling game. And my mistake, he did have 5 total tackles, 3 of them being solo. But we needed him more in the passing game and in the running game, helping out our front 7 with him playing that strong safety position. But he was able to get 1 pass deflection, which is good in that secondary, while his dad has 0. But let's take a look at their receiver, their slot receiver, see how well we was able to cover this game. The slot receiver in Jameson Williamson only had 14 receiving yards, man. Deion Sanders was looking like primetime out there, which is to be expected, man. As we took the Sanders family tree and we put them all on one team, they ended up coming short, but that does not take away from the successful season they had, with them winning the division, going 9-8 with a positive record, with all 3 of them being top 10 within their respective awards. But that's going to cap it off. It's your boy tgbbean, and I'm out.